All right, we're going to go ahead and open this guy up. Here's a quick peek of what that grille looks like. You can see the integrated light bar I spoke about a moment ago. It is going to replace the Chevy bow tie that's on the truck currently. Here's a quick look at the back. Again, you can see that integrated light bar. Should be a pretty easy wiring job. And here's a close look at the end piece or tail piece that shrouds the headlight. And as you can imagine, before we can put the new grille on, we've got to take off the old one. Now, if you're worried like, wow, I got to take off the whole front of my truck and you're really worried about it, it's really quite easy. I'll walk you through it. First up, you have your latch release for your hood. 215 is right here, have to come off. Next, on top here, we have these little plastic retaining pins. There's a bunch of them here on the top and bottom. These all have to come out to remove the top and gain access to the screws holding the grille in. To do that, all you need is a simple trim removal tool. Go ahead and put that in position and pop these up. After that, this just lifts on out. After that, there's 4 10mm bolts here across the top of the old grille. So now we get the fun part of taking off the grille. Try not to break anything. There's a bunch of tabs holding the grille in some different points, and it's just a matter of pulling. The fun part is trying to find a spot to put your hand to get a good grip somewhere without hurting yourself. Look at that. All right, so this truck's got a couple years on it. We've got leaves and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to grab a little Meguiar's, give it a little cleaning here while we got it open. And not sure we're going to have this off again, like ever. So we'll get it cleaned up. So these are the little plastic tabs I was telling you about. You can see they're throughout the grille. I don't think I really busted any. And the other nice thing about taking this off, as I've been going through and debadging and getting rid of the chrome, is I get to lose my chrome Z71 there. And you want to be careful because it's not supposed to do that. It should look like this. Can't stick your finger in there. Okay, so we got to put our shrouds for our headlights on. They look like this. They are labeled, so this RH for right hand. And there's a guide right here that will go into that hole right there. So when you line your pieces up, it should fit something like that. Take your supplied hardware and start to feed it through. Now I suppose you could do these with a drill, but because it's plastic, I'm going to do these by hand and just snug them up a little bit. And same thing on the other side. We have a few tabs to install. A little plastic ring you got to take off. There's 8 of these, 4 on each side, and they just slide in. Okay, here is the supplied wire. This controls the off-road light you can see here. And I don't really want this kind of flopping around inside behind the grill here next to the shutters for the radiator. So I've got some self-adhesive 3M little cable managers that we can stick to the grill in a couple spots, kind of like this, working its way out to the passenger side. And as you're lining this up, don't do the mistake I almost made. This is the top. I do want to take that wire and get it to this fuse panel here. I think I'm going to use a fuse tap to govern it, probably run it when the brights come on so it comes on automatically. To get that wire from the grill here to that spot and not interfere with the shutters or anything here that's going on with the radiator, there's a little spot right over here. I'll have the camera focus on it. This is an idea I'm stealing from Zach Attack. He's got a really nice YouTube channel. If you're watching this, you've probably seen his. And we're going to run it through this area right through here. It's going to go behind the headlight assembly and very easily over to the fuse panel. All right, before we get this completely settled in, I'm just going to temporarily hook this up to a battery and see if we get juice. Looks like we do. Successful test. As far as wiring this in, I want this to come out with my brights. So in my case, I have a choice of either fuse position 1 or 2, which control my brights. And I'm using a simple fuse tap with a 10 amp fuse, and it should work. To do a quick test, we're going to go ahead and turn the headlights on, and then we're going to go ahead and turn the brights on. And you can see they work as expected. All right, we've taken her outside just to see what she looks like in the sunlight. And we'll kind of come a little closer here. You can see center lights are on. Now, obviously, they're not going to put out a ton of light in the middle of the day. We'll take another peek here once it gets a little darker out. But just to see the fit and finish, how it looks on the front of the truck. Looking at it a little closer, you can see everything that's here. Now with the matte grille, I was a little nervous, but it seems to tie in well with the AVS light shield. Ties in well with this little valance that's down here. I think the only real critique I have is, if you remember, these came as separate pieces, and once they get on here and lined up, I mean, it's not bad. It just could be a little bit tighter. But giving you a close and look like that. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with it.
Welcome to the outdoors. Welcome to the outdoors.